Hello everyone, welcome to the Galactic Spiritual Hub. It's your girl, the coach, coming to you live with the message of what you need to know today. So you guys, from reading the title, you can definitely understand that we are moving forward on a global scale and having these conversations of what's happening. So, real quick, I'm just going to have just a run through of information for those who are aligned to that portal of information and who can use that for, our betterment as a species. So you guys, let's get into it. Some things that are happening on a global scale is technology is rising. We are in the age of Aquarius. Okay, so we just left the age of Pisces. The age of Pisces was we believe, right? So we were choosing to believe in other things. We were choosing to believe in other people. We were choosing to believe in different things. Whereas now we're in the age of Aquarius, where we're in the age of knowing. So we want to know, and then we also trust what we know in this age. Also, Aquariuses are about humanitarianism, globalism, activism, all kinds of things that are for the unity, evolution, and transcendence of human species. Okay, so as we know, Mars is currently being looked into for life, right? Colonization. Okay, so China has a simulator of Mars that is getting people interested in interplanetary travel, traveling with planets. Okay, so Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and others, SpaceX, other companies are coming together to get us to a place where, if needed or wanted, and also, kind of like flights, they're trying to get us to where we can interplanetary travel, go to Mars like we go to hotels, go to Mars like you might come to Hawaii. You know what I mean? And that's what they're working on, is getting these things colonized. Well, whilst that's happening, we've stepped into an interesting time. Okay? Yes. What I mean by that is, we have flying cars. Everything I'm about to tell you, fact check it, Google it, research it, and comment and let me know what you think. So, we have underwater hotels, underwater restaurants, buildings, stores, homes, tunnels, so on and so forth. Okay, so we have lots of underwater things, right? Which could lead a person to think, about the sea level rising. Because think about it, right? If you pre-run your bathwater and then you sit in it, what happens? It raises, right? Let's talk about it. But not in depth right now. So, there's all these underwater establishments that are, being formed and have been formed, okay? So, on top of that, we do have underwater cars. Okay, much like submarines, boats. So it's not crazy to think that we would have cars, right? Well, we do. You can Google it. We also have flying cars that are now a thing. Are they being mass produced? Not at this moment. Are they up, running, and flying? Yes, they are. Okay. As well as, we have a lot of microchipping businesses going on. There's a lot of tech that is coming into play. We have more robots than ever. The first robot who went ahead and established herself as a human, I believe she got married, but she's definitely wanting to have a child. So our first robot citizen is wanting to have a child. That right there, within its own encompassment, is wild. Thank you so much, Christopher. But that is wild. You know what I mean? And not only is that happening, we're also seeing a lot of different microchipping and things like that. Elon Musk is coming out with a microchip that helps us to age. Helps us with our aging process, with our learning process, and all of this. They've also found the God particle, okay, which is helping to bring life. They also have, okay, so they found the God particle, which is crazy, okay? That's something that The Simpsons talked about. And there's a lot of different technologies that is really just, it's mind-blowing, the kind of technology. We have self-driving cars, which is projected to have 30 million self-driving cars within the next year or so, okay? We have renewable resources coming to this world to help us with our global climate and things of that nature. Okay. We are understanding that there is civilizations that are underwater. Okay. Yeah. In the Bermuda Triangle, they just found an underwater civilization, or underwater cities, like they found the Atlantis, that they've, so many different things are happening under the surface and above surface. Okay, as above, so below, all that's happening. Okay, so, we have to understand a few things like this. NASA, which we know as a space program, right? Used to be a marine biology company that studied the oceans. Let that sit for a second. Yeah, they used to study the ocean. And then they swiftly changed to studying space. Now, that's either because they discovered all that they needed to discover, or they know everything that they need to know about the 70% water on this earth, and or they found something challenging and or disturbing to make them want to go ahead and switch from underwater studies to interplanetary studies. So there's a lot going on, things happening, but we've got the robot dogs, the robot police, the automated services. We got a lot of things happening that are on the brink and the cusp of evolution and transformation. Okay, which brings us to this next part that we're going to talk about, which is stocks, bonds, and investing. Okay, so, there's a lot of people who are investing in cryptocurrency. There's a lot of people who are investing in Bitcoin. There's a lot of people investing in different stocks, bonds, trades, etc., etc. What you would want to know at this time is that there is, car companies and stuff like that closing down because they cannot get the microchips needed, which you can have up to 3,000 microchips into one car. So they don't have the microchips that they need in order to mass produce their cars. So car values are actually rising at this time. And what I mean by that is, imagine that you have a car and that car be, have the value of more than when you bought it. So, right, let's say you got a car and it was like $50,000. Okay, well, now because of the microchips that are in that car, you can sell that car for like twice the money. Okay, not so exaggerated, but depending on which cars you have, yes. Okay, and so the microchip business is definitely skyrocketing due to, everything that we have is electronic, right? Our gas, our water, our appliances, our toothbrushes, our, pets, our microchips. Everything has microchips, right? Even microchips got microchips. So everything has microchips in order to be electronically charged, in order to operate from electronics. electricity, right? So Taiwan is the place that mass produces our chips. Well, being that they've slowed the giving them to us because China is trying to, snatch that so that they can evolve, and do like the global, right? So that China can be the global lead, which we are at currently, where they are too. So it's debatable. Technology-wise, they're definitely ahead. Yeah, because you definitely got to think about it. Is America mass-producing technology? Okay, yeah, somewhat, but not on the scale as them. You know what I mean? So, investing into those microchips and things to keep our, lives smoothly running is nice. So for those of you who are into technology, coding, businesses, and stuff like that, please go into the business of making microchips, okay? Because that is something that will forever be here as of currently until we find another source that is, equally as great as internet, right? As electronics, but let's say that there was a solar storm. I'm not putting that into existence. God forbid a solar storm or any kind of storm. But if it did happen, we would have to have something other than electronics to keep our life flowing, okay? So there's hydro power, there's nuclear power, there's air power, there's, so many firepower. There's so many different resources that we could use to propel us forward. And this is, I know, a lot of information. This is a lot of information. Because as we're understanding that, there's another thing that we need to put into perspective, okay? So, we have chakras, okay? We are a replica of sorts of the earth, okay? Because we have chakras, the earth has chakras. Yeah. Google that. Mount Sinai is one of the earth's chakras. Hawaii is one of the earth's chakras. Okay, so if the earth has chakras and we have chakras, then we can understand that when we get unbalanced, it unbalances things around us. Okay, but when we're balanced, it balances things around us. So if we have chakras and we can be balanced, then the earth has chakras and it can be balanced. But what we've seen is Earth's chakras at an imbalance. Because understand that whether we are, no matter what continent you live on, no matter what continent you're from, we're all the same species. Human. We're all human. Okay? And that understanding puts us as a collective. Right? So, if one person ascends and higher vibrates, it triggers the rest to do the same because we are a collective consciousness. Okay? So when one propels an idea, it triggers others to having the same understanding. Now, 3 to 3,000 people might have the same idea. Mind you, it's billions of people. So at the same time that you're having an idea, so might 3,000 other people be having that same idea. Not to say that everybody's going to put that idea into play, but it's a possibility. Okay? So understanding that the earth has chakras, understanding that we are one collective, and that when we ascend together. That is why we need to have global unity to a degree, right? At least to a degree, so the earth's chakras can balance, so that the earth, climate, and all that can balance, so that we can stay balanced, because it really is that specifically unspecific. Yes, and I know you resonate and understand the truth of the fact of the matter. And that's it. Is the energy, vibration, frequencies, and alignments that we are going through and that we are participating in order to bring a certain, transformation, evolution, transcendence, and, growth and unity coming together in order to get to heaven on earth, essentially. Yeah. So that's pretty wild, you guys. But I that was a lot of information. I know y'all are probably like, what? Yeah, and if you're writing this stuff down, I do advise it. Even run it back a couple times, because you might find new information in it. But definitely write these things out, study these things, or just look into them, Google them, fact check them, see what you can run with or what you want to leave behind, or, whatever it is, so that maybe we come together and reach a certain type of understanding. You know what I mean? I also want to let you guys know that we as the Spiritual Hub have therapy. Okay, so solo counseling sessions, couples counseling, and family counseling sessions, which is not your traditional counseling. It's more of a it's basically aligning your thoughts. You're stepping into the perspective of another person in order to reach a mind frame of which you wouldn't have reached on your own accord. Okay, so stepping into the understanding of another in order to attain forward movement. Okay, so that's what we're doing with that. Also, you guys, we got programs for y'all, readings, Reiki, hypnosis, meditation, visualization sessions, things of that nature. And if you guys need mental, spiritual, physical, metaphysical alignments, I am here for you guys and will help you to reach that inner balance with the smoothness, with the quickness, okay? And with that accuracy, baby. No, I ain't lying, okay? Yes. So you guys, I look forward to working with you guys and talking to you guys, reading y'all's questions, comments, and concerns. And just God bless you, God and goddesses, but God bless you in all ways needed, wanted, and desired. I hope that you get all of your manifestations, all of your desires, all of your wishes, all of your so on and so forth. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, for supporting, for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Stay blessed and never stressed. With much peace, much power, and much love. Namaste.